Hi, hi. Welcome to my live. How is your Sunday? Hi, another person join. Okay. So you're going to write an exam, I guess. All the best. It's okay. Take deep breaths and relax yourself. You know, sometimes all that happens is just part of the process. Hi, hi, hi everyone. Happy Sunday. So I just wanted to just introduce myself because I did do live last week, but I did not save it. I did not upload it. So by the way, I'm Dr. Prathibha. I'm actually a Siddha doctor, part of Ayush, and then I actually did my post graduation in mind body medicine and lifestyle science, which is kind of the integrative field, that one that combines science and also ancient wisdom. There I learned all about complementary alternative therapies and all of that, yoga, meditation, and the science behind it, and also behavioral psychology. So from there, I went on to get license as life coach, and then I started my journey as yoga teacher also. And recently I completed my learning in Reiki. Now I'm a Reiki master also. So I have completed lots of things in within this 3 to 4 years because of getting in touch with myself, like identifying what my purpose is. And everything started with manifestation and meditation, to be honest, for me. And before that I was also confused about what to where to go after completing my studies, and what to do, because I wasn't really interested in just sitting in a clinic and seeing patients, which was gratifying, to be honest. That was satisfying, but still I needed more. Like I wasn't satisfied with just seeing patients. I wanted to connect with them. So that's why I chose this path, and as a life coach. And I wanted to, I'm from Tamil Nadu, by the way. Anyone wondering? Hello. So we all go through these phases to really like find out what we truly want in this life. Like there is money, there is all those needs. Sometimes we are pushed to work a job that doesn't fit our purpose or passion. We I'm fortunate enough to just explore what I'm feel drawn to. And my parents were like really understanding, and it doesn't happen to everyone, but we really have to, if we get the chance, if we have the choice, we have to take it. I think that's how we are going to live a satisfying life. Yeah, I'm a yoga instructor also. Yeah, and also I'm a Siddha doctor. So basically it's like Ayurveda. We So it's similar to Ayurveda, but it is entirely native to Tamil Nadu. So yeah. So how many affirmations did you say? How often? So basically, for robotic affirmations, I only took two affirmations. and I did not go beyond that. First, I wanted to, go with 5 affirmations, but it felt overwhelming. So I just, you know, stick to 2 affirmations that is related to my goal, and I recorded it and I was listening to it on loop. That's what I did. For visualization, I think for visualizing, I don't need to affirm. Like, I do affirmation separately. For visualization, I only do visualization. Like, I count using my fingers or internally, just visualizing my desires in my head. So that's what I did. For affirmations, I do it separately. Like when it comes to robotic affirming, I recorded it, and sometimes I just say it out loud in front of the mirror. That works very well because you're looking at yourself and saying that, and you are also saying it in your voice, which actually works for your brain because your brain will accept it because it's in your voice. And that's why I wanted to, personalize this affirmation practice. You really have to listen to it in your own voice to believe it. Initially you won't believe it, of course. There will be resistance, there will be doubts and all of that. But as you go through this process, like when you do it repeatedly, your brain will find it easy to believe. So that's the okay. No, I'm asking while robotic affirming, I get pictures while focusing. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing the questions now only. Okay. So for robot, any kind of affirmations, it's best to affirm when you're, about to start, before you start your day, like right after you wake up. That's the best time because your logical, like your conscious mind is not still so much resistant because you are relaxed after you wake up. And when you affirm during that time, your mind will be more receptive, like it will accept it more than during the midday or any day, after going to work. So you can do it right after you wake up and also before going to sleep. These are the best times to do. But you can also, listen to or say affirmations anytime you want. Suppose if you're having a bad day, like something happened, and you want to get out of that, so like that, frustration, that state, you want to, because you want to move on to the next thing. Then you go somewhere private if possible, and if that's not possible, you can just repeat in your mind any empowering statements like, I am open to receiving good news, like I can do this, something like that in your mind. You can affirm how, as many times as you want. It doesn't matter, you have to stick to certain numbers. But I did a video that went viral, so that was the practice of me just combining sacred geometry numbers and visualization practice. So you can also repeat to particular spiritual numbers like 108, 369. So these are the numbers that are connected to the creation consciousness and the universe. So you can also repeat as many times as you like. Sticking to the sacred numbers just adds to the power of your affirmations, I guess. So that's why, you can stick to a particular number. But when you're just starting, just start by, with the smallest number possible, then just increase it as you go, because that will be easy for you to, just get used to that habit of affirming. Yeah, for robotic affirming, you visualize your goals, I guess. For robotic affirming, you don't you don't need focus. Honestly, you can also listen to it while you are passively doing some work like chores you do at home, cleaning, or just stretching. You can just put it in the background, or you can just listen to it in your earbuds and do some simple work that doesn't require so much concentration on your work. It's habitual. Some work or habitual, right? So we don't need so much concentration, and during that time you can listen to robotic affirmations. You don't need to focus necessarily, because we are not involving our emotions or thoughts. Just listening. We are just listening, and we are not visualizing or anything. We are not believing. We are just listening. To best explain robotic affirmations, like to understand, like before, when we are a baby, before learning our name, we hear it a lot. So we actually learn to say our name by just hearing, repeatedly hearing about ourselves or our names. That's how we learn. So it's like a mental conditioning. It's not necessarily forcing a belief or trying to make something happen. It's just mental conditioning that you are preparing your mind and your brain to the thing that you want the most. So see it like that. Don't see it as something that is mindless or fake. It's just a conditioning that you are doing to yourself to get better. That's the way we should interpret robotic affirmations. It's not forcing, it's not pushing ourselves into something that it is not real yet. It's all about internal. First the changes have to be internal first, then only you can attract the things externally. So it's all about conditioning ourselves internally, so we know how to face when the external opportunities show up. you know so I wanted to focus on robotic affirmations, but I'm open to answering any questions that you guys ask. Oh, you know about Siddha. I'm glad. So many people don't know about Siddha. Even we are, even in India, so many people don't know. They know Ayurveda, Unani and all that, homeopathy, but it's kind of obscure. But yes, still it's in native language. That's why it's not very popular like the other systems. Okay. Yeah, I also did the same way. Like I recorded my affirmations and put it on loop on phone, and just you can go to sleep. That is also mental conditioning. You don't have to actively listen to it. You can do some things and like stretching, cleaning, and listen to your affirmations. Oh, okay. So was asking, did you also? No, sometimes I do. But for affirmations, I basically, when I'm practicing affirmations for, self concept, like self confidence, self esteem, or when I do mirror work, I visualize. For other things, I just bring the emotions. You know what I mean? Like I don't visualize the scenarios necessarily. Most of the time, I bring the emotions and feelings, how I would feel when I attain that thing, have that thing. So when I'm affirming for self confidence, for example, I'm gonna look myself in the mirror and in a posture that looks confident to me, and how I appear, and just say that repetition, like say that repeatedly, and bring the emotions. Like I'm really looking confident in the mirror and saying it. So my brain starts to interpret, okay, she is really confident now. So this is how we can, trick our brain into believing something, before it actually happens. So while affirming, I sometimes visualize. It depends on the thing and the goal and I'm going after. Yeah. But you can also visualize, there is no harm. I see, thank you for saying. Okay. How often did you say as you're working you would not have? Okay. So yeah, again, we have to do it like for taking care of your body. We have to dedicate some time, right? Just like physical diet or physical exercise, we have to spend some time, like 15 minutes or 10 minutes before even starting our day and before going to sleep. It just have to be some time that you are actually, you can commit to. You don't have to push yourself to listen, but robotic affirming can be done while during breaks also. So it depends. Or when you come back from work, you can listen to it. So I don't work 9 to 5 job, so I have the leisure to, listen to affirmations because I'm self-employed. I do have some liberation to listen to affirmations during breaks and when I'm not seeing clients. But for so many people, it's hard to find a time to listen to. That's why I say you can commit to work that feels right to you. You don't have to push yourself so much. Once you build a habit, then you can, push yourself to listening to more hours like that. But first, you can stick to just 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes evening. That's enough. And slowly build from there. It's just that the more you repeat, the more, your brain tunes to the identity that you want. So, yeah. Yes, we can take two wishes in one go. Yes. And you just have to, if it doesn't feel overwhelming, yes, you can wish for, you can do affirmations for two wishes at the same time. Especially if it's related, you can go ahead. Yes. Manifestation is not singular thing. It's a life-changing thing. Even if you change a certain aspect of yourself, you're changing your entire life, right? Say for example, you want a dream job, you're manifesting a dream job. Once you get that, your whole life changes, right? Right from the discipline, right from the time you wake up, you go to sleep, you do your chores, everything changes. So we have to have some kind of routine even before manifesting, so we can easily adapt once we have the dream job. So that's the trick, honestly. If you cannot embody the person, like what do I mean by embodying is just assuming that you already have it and just start doing the habits your successful self would do right now. So that's how you match the energy of your desires. And once you get the job, you can easily transition. It won't be really hard to adapt to the time or manage time, because you have already developed a routine and a discipline to take care of your mind, body and spirit. So yeah, I think it all starts with lifestyle, the way you go through a day. Even small things do matter, like waking up. Say for example, if you're just waking up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., you can slowly push yourself to wake up at 6:30. Just small changes. It doesn't have to be 6:30, just 10 minutes before your usual time of waking up. And then after 1 week, you can push even further. Like that's how you are supposed to change. We cannot drastically change. That's going to push us even not try, because it's extreme. It's making us very discomfort, right? Very uncomfortable. So you can slowly transition like that. It will be easier to adapt also. Why do it's not coming even if I'm doing it? Since sometimes we are manifesting for a specific thing, and if it's not manifesting for you, probably it's because of the past beliefs that you're still carrying on. Like we have to really redefine our past and make peace with the past. Sometimes our older beliefs, limiting beliefs, are the reason why things are not manifesting. because even if opportunities and things happen happen in front of you, if you're not in the state to receive it, how is the manifestation is going to work? We really have to be in a state that is ready to accept the change that we are looking for appears in front of us immediately. Doubts and all those things will be there. You just say, shut up, I want this now. You just have to talk to your mind. And in order to go get better, we really have to push ourselves into that discomfort, out of our comfort zone. So I think sometimes attaching ourselves so much to the past prevents us from growing. So that may be the reason. There are many reasons, but most of the time, most of us do this mistake of carrying the past with us, into the future. That's the mistake we are doing. How to visualize and really visualize, it's the biggest hurdle for me. Sometimes, there are some traumatical conditions, or some people really do struggle with visualizing. It's because they have shut themselves from not imagining anything, but when we are kids, we used to imagine all the time. We have these ambitious dreams, not so logical dreams, and somehow we lose in touch with that imagination, that creative part of ourselves as we grow older. I think that's the reason we are finding it difficult, especially when we are trying to get in touch with that again. It takes time, but do you guys want me to put videos regarding how to start visualizing again, especially when you lost touch with your imaginative part of yourself? Let me know. I would definitely consider doing that, because I'm also someone who struggled in the journey I started. Once I started visualizing, I was having the trouble, and I was doing this many little exercises that would help me to visualize better. And also I started making vision boards that helped me a lot. So making vision boards definitely help with imagination, visualizing your desires. And guys, I do have a course about vision board manifestation, and if you want to learn about the science, spiritual element, and manifestation, and how to practically prepare yourself to make a vision board and follow it through, you can check that out in the link in my channel. So we have this offer that's going to end this month, so make use of it. Yeah, I will definitely make videos about how to visualize, especially when you're struggling with it. Yeah. Manifesting a crush. So I think this is kind of, especially when that person is someone who has also crush on you, who has also have that crush on you. It's easier, but you can manifest someone, your crush. You just have to visualize, and visualize being time, spending time with them, you guys being together. You have to visualize that. I think visualization works for manifesting a crush. Yeah. $10K affirmations. Honestly, I don't know what is that. See, I'm not very much in updated with manifestation techniques. I'm still, I know the essence of manifestation, how to manifest. But when it comes to different techniques, I'm still learning. I'm also growing along with you. So I know the core elements of visualization, core elements of manifestation, and all that. And I have manifested things by mix matching, doing all of those things in the same time or just in separate times. So when it comes to the techniques, I'm still learning. Yeah, I will let you know once I learn about it. See, I'm someone, I don't just make a video by just googling and writing things down and going to make a video about it. I'm someone who loves to dig deeper. Like, I will read a book or two before even touching a topic, so I know how I can explain that to people when they start new or something. So that's a problem for me too, because I cannot easily do something. I just wanted deep knowledge about that thing so I can talk about it and help people if they have any doubts. And yeah, you guys want to know my place where I stay in Tamil Nadu. Guys, come on, we have to have some boundaries. This is public place, right? I'm from Tamil Nadu, that's all you need to know for now. Yeah, I will be soon moving to Chennai. Yeah, you can know that. Okay. I wasn't consistent in my robotic affirmation, but I'm waiting for my desire from one and a half years. I started your challenge and I saw some action from opposite side, but let me okay. Yeah, staying consistent is something that is kind of difficult, especially when you're trying something new. But keep pushing. You can do it. Consistency doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Don't worry if you miss a day or two, just begin again. That's how consistency happens. you know you don't start being hard on yourself for just missing a day or two. Just start again. You have to really talk to your mind that, okay, it doesn't matter if I miss my practice for entire week because I have been focusing on other things. It's okay, I can start again. Just bring that mindset. It will help in everything in your life. Yeah, basically you just record the affirmations towards your goals and play it on loop. Yeah, I would say focus on 2 or 3 affirmations. Don't go beyond that. Sometimes it's harder for you to focus, your mind to focus, especially when you're beginning. So I would say stick to 2 or 3 affirmations. ஒரு நாளைக்கு அப்ராக்சிமேட்டாக எவ்வளோ டைம்ஸ் அஃபர்ம் பண்ணுவீங்க? ஓகே, that's in my native language, I'm sorry. But yeah, they are asking how many times I affirm usually. Approximately, I think I affirm for at least 2 hours or 3 hours. Sometimes, during my free time, free days, I would listen to at least 3 hours. I think that's yeah. 2 hours is the max. Rarely I listen to 3 hours. It's, yeah, not at the same time, like all together in a day. Sometimes I listen to, if I want to take a nap, if I'm feeling tired in the afternoon, I will just put my affirmations and just take a nap for 30 minutes and get up. Yeah, I do that. I did, yes, I did this change waking up at 5:30 a.m. and this is because of manifestation. Yeah, guys, I really have to, we really have to, uh, learn this trick, okay? Waking up early is the solution to most of our problems. Like sleeping early and waking up early. If you do this, you can do anything. You do have more time to take care of your body, your mind, do all these manifestation routines. You can take time for yourself to know yourself, journal about your life, you know talk to yourself and also like contemplate what we are doing at the present moment, and just be, you know knowing ourselves deeply. That is going to help you, because we are slowly, in so many of us are losing in touch with ourselves because we are chasing the external things. See, all of that is important, but we have to master ourselves before mastering other things. So we can learn and accomplish anything. That's the trick. Honestly, everything starts within. And you start slowly building outside. And the reality will only be the reflection of who you are, not what you want. So I think it's important to develop a relationship with yourself, a good, healthy relationship with yourself, and spending time with yourself on your own. Just be healthy and be this peaceful being. So that is going to make a lot of difference. Even though there is external chaos and everything, there are problems, there are pain everywhere. If we have this connection with ourselves, we are going to always look for the brighter side, and we will always have this hope, and that will help us to change the outer circumstances. How can we be in a wish fulfillment zone of getting our dream job? That is Sonali, right? Sorry guys, I for, forget to read your names. But how can Sonali asks, how can we be in a wish fulfillment zone of getting our dream job and scoring high in a competitive exams and already, but still studying at the same time? So basically, to be in that fulfillment zone, you just have to, uh, you know, be in that space of how your successful self will study now. Like you cracked your exam, like embodying that self, right? So how that person will prepare now if they are given the chance to study again? You have to operate from that space. So they will be what? Following a discipline, waking up early, taking care of their body. So you have to do that right now. Yeah, that's how you embody that. And also, if you can affirm, looking at yourself in the mirror and just talk to yourself, that will help too. Be that confident person who has already accomplished. How that person will behave, how that person will act in this situation right now. So you have to bring that. If you cannot answer that immediately, you can journal about it. You can first journal about what would your future self do if they are given the chance to prepare for exams again. Because they have already achieved it, they will have more confidence, right? Yeah, you just have to bring that. Even if it's not like very logical, you just have to trust in that vision of yours. What contradicts? Okay, that is the thing. See, wish fulfillment zone doesn't mean like uh, the contradiction happens because we are finding proof. We are trying to find proof in the external world. Let me say it again, because we are first changing ourselves internally. So, for internal change to happen, you just have to believe in your process, whatever you're doing. Affirmations, visualization, journaling, whatever you're doing, you have to first trust that it's happening, the change is happening internally. You are transforming. Okay? If you believe in that, slowly you would move towards the external outcome. This happens because we are always finding things, outer things, the external things to, we are depending on it for our own happiness. That's the reason why we are not, why we are having that contradiction. And we just have to prepare ourselves and believe that the whatever the manifestation ritual we are doing, if you are doing it consistently and believe the change is happening, and trust in the, you know timing, because things will happen even if you don't see it, you can feel it definitely. When you embody your future self, you would definitely feel more empowered, right? Because we have already achieved the dream. So we will be acting more positive, more empowered, more confident, more grateful. So it's going to attract the same energy. So that's the process of embodiment. We are just preparing ourselves and matching the frequency before it happens in the 3D. See, our brain doesn't know the difference between visualization and reality. That's why I keep saying, visualize your dreams. It's a very powerful practice. When you can see it in your mind, it will definitely happen in reality. So keep visualizing and trusting that the change will happen. It will happen. So if the childhood was extremely traumatic, okay, if it's hurting my present and future, then how to heal it? Basically, you have to have some professional help. Have a therapist, like approach a therapist, or counseling psychologist, just to make pass with the future. It doesn't have to be very traumatic or less traumatic. It doesn't, the degree doesn't matter. Okay, we just have to make peace with the past and move on from the trauma it has caused on us, caused on our, causing, the trauma it's causing in our present situation, that's affecting us from moving forward. So we just have to approach a professional to do it properly. Apart from that, we also have to support it with these, mindset practices, these manifestation rituals, to pair with the professional help. If we cannot do it on our own, it's definitely, I would recommend to get help from a therapist. Talk therapy would be the way to deal with it, because when we talk about it, we'll be finding where the problem is coming from, and they will be focusing on that to resolve. So when you resolve from that trauma, you can move forward. You can also pair it up with meditation in and all these visualization affirmation practices that will guide you towards the growth. So that's how I did it. I actually saw a therapist. Like, I attended sessions with her at least for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, then I stopped it. I did not need that anymore, because yeah, I was getting better. So it depends, like, you have to have some kind of direction I think to get that direction, you can approach a therapist to help with. So they will be guiding you, and yeah, it's hard to find a therapist that's going to, be really listening and really like right for the situation that you're facing. But you have to do it in a way that is beneficial, right? So I think it's better to approach a therapist or counseling psychologist depending on the trauma and everything. Yeah. Yes, we want visualization. Yeah, visualization videos are coming. I will, post more about how to make a vision board and all that. Visualization practices, like mini exercises that you can do to develop your imagination. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. That's a tricky situation. Yeah. Yeah, so many people find it hard to visualize because we are all like disconnected from our childlike self. That childlike wonder, we have lost it. That's why it's difficult to visualize. And some people actually like physiologically they are not able to visualize because they suffer from aphantasia. It's a condition. And even those people can visualize to a certain degree with exercises. Yeah. I will, put videos on that definitely. Yeah, you should definitely visualize to get married. Yeah, definitely. Do not care about the external things, just focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. So நான் impossible நினைச்சது வந்து like I'm sorry, I started talking in Tamil. I saw a message in Tamil. Basically, a person is asking what is the impossible thing that you manifested in your life. So basically, manifested I manifested friends, which like genuine, good-hearted people. That's the thing that I thought was impossible. Like impossible as in it's like I considered myself unlucky in that matter, like having genuine friends that who really care for you. Yeah, and I was having difficulty in finding friends. So I think that is the impossible thing, and also love. Yeah, I manifested love. That also something, you don't think it's possible in a logical sense, but it's possible. Honestly, for manifesting relationships, I would say, guys, I swear on scripting. You can use your writing, however good or bad it is, don't care about it. Just write what you really want in a relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's romantic relationship, whether it's in any kind of relationship that you want to have with your higher professional. Like you can do scripting for that, especially for friendships and romantic relationships. I would say I swear on scripting because that has helped me. And I don't just talk about how they look and how I want them to look like. You can also do that. You just focus on the internal values also, how their character is and how their heart is, and whether we have any kind of similarities, values, morals. So you can focus on the internal things also. Like if you guys have, if you want your a friendship or a friend or a partner to have a similar trait or similar kind of taste, or you want someone who, respects your decision, someone who's open minded and open hearted, and someone who is, embracing free will, like something like that. Whatever you prefer, you can be specific about it and write about it. Write about your relationship like it is already happening, and how you people are spending time together. Like you can do it, you can go into the details. Like imagine any kind of situation that you want to spend your time with that person, whether it's in travel, whether it's whatever kind of story that you make up in your mind. You can be more specific and go into the details. I think impossible things are these relationships that I manifested. Other things, material things, even jobs, everything is kind of easy, guys. But we all think that it is easy, right? And we manifest it. But when it comes to real people, real person, we all hesitate a bit, right? And that's because we all are afraid of people having ulterior moves. Like we can never really trust people. Like trust issues are there, so you have to resolve it and just do scripting and visualizing. Keep doing it. I tried robotic affirmations for my but it didn't work. Any suggestions for that? Okay, that's because maybe they are not meant for you. You can manipulate energies. We can just manifest a specific person, but if it doesn't work, maybe you internally believe that you are not worthy of that person, or you are somehow that person. Check with your inner self whether you have such kind of beliefs that is preventing you. Maybe your energy is not matching. I'm sorry, what is this? Okay, green screen appeared. Okay. So internally we might be believing something else, but consciously we want something else. Maybe that's the reason you're not manifesting. So if you're internally believing that you're worthy, you are the right person for like you believe that this relationship would work, then you should be manifesting. And if there is a misalignment, like consciously you want to manifest this person, but subconsciously you're feeling like you're less or afraid of this person, or some kind of resistance is there, so you have to check what is that. Maybe you're not manifesting because of protection. That happens too. Maybe your ancestors, your guides are not letting that happen because maybe it's not the right time for you. That also happens sometimes. We all think like whenever we face a rejection or any kind of resistance or in the external world, we all think that we are doing something wrong. Sometimes we might be doing something wrong, that is there. But sometimes when even though we try our hard to do everything right, things go south, and we still blame ourselves for going that way. Honestly, sometimes we are being protected from facing that path. So rejection is redirection, guys. You really have to believe in that. Trust me, I have been rejected so many times when it comes to job interviews. So many rejections, so many redirections, and it all led me to the path that I want to follow now, that I'm passionately following now. So yeah, rejection is really God's protection and redirection sometimes. Yeah. But we have to accept that, if something doesn't work out, we don't have to entirely blame ourselves, but we can acknowledge that we are also playing a part in that, and say that okay, maybe it has not worked, it doesn't matter, I can try again, right? Yeah. I think robotic affirmations, you for manifesting your SP, maybe you have to do it in a time when you are doing some work or passively. Like when you're doing some work and listen to it passively, you do not do it when you're consciously doing some work, okay? And keep repeating, because do not expect immediate results also. Sometimes it can take time to manifest a person, especially. Just keep doing your robotic affirmations for your SP. I'm not discouraging or anything, I'm just, stating the fact. Sometimes things take time because you have to, ask several questions. Maybe you need to be more consistent with it. Maybe you need to internally change yourself, or listen to the timing, listen to it in a different time, or keep saturating your subconscious mind till it believes it fully. Like there are so many reasons why it's not manifesting. So I'm not just, you know okay, I'm doing robotic affirming for a month about SP call, but I'm not getting movement. I'm seeing angel numbers, affirmation started automatically in my brain processing. Okay, that means it's starting to, your mind has started to accept it. So you have to keep pushing, keep doing your affirmations. You don't have to put the when. Do not expect, do not what force something to happen, control something to happen in one particular time. Do not do that. We are not fully creating a situation, we are co-creating. Sometimes the when and how should be entirely up to the universe. We are just focusing on the what and why. So keep doing the affirmations, you will manifest your SP call. Sure, I actually, have a coaching program. I had a coaching program for self love. So yeah, I will teach the practices that has helped me to, these develop these routines to love myself more. Yeah, to accept myself more. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of difficult to find a good therapist or a counseling psychologist in these days. But to help yourself on your own, you can do meditation and hypnosis. I think to make peace with the past, you can do self hypnosis. That will be better to um, like shed your old beliefs, your limiting beliefs, your past self. So I think self hypnosis would be the alternative choice if you do not believe in therapy anymore. So yeah, and meditation practices, like find someone, a therapist. Like there are some people who do self hypnosis as a whole career. Yeah, I know someone, I can direct you to that person. Yeah, she does it very well. So I think how details, when it comes to scripting, you just want to be intentional. Be intentional about what you want to see in that person or thing, and state like what kind of character, the trait, like whether they are confident, whether they are cheerful, whether they are positive. So it can be more specific than that. Like you can put in details about like how you like you guys resolve situations together without yelling or shouting, like you face problems together and how you resolve it in a peaceful manner. Like you can go that you know explore that depth of a relationship. Whatever happens in a relationship, consider a situation like this. You guys are fighting, and how you will resolve it, and whether you resolve it in a peaceful manner, whether you want to resolve it in a way that is soothing for both the people, like you are hearing each other's thought, each other's emotions, whether you are understanding of each other's feelings. So you can go in depth about that. So just for example I told, because when fighting, people go get out of their character and do something that is stupid, right, and say something that they are not meaning to say. And yeah, how you guys going to resolve that fight? You can go into that situation. Maybe there is a conflict in both of your wishes. How are you guys going to deal with that, the differences that you have? Maybe it is tolerable for you, so you kind of accept it. Maybe it's non-negotiable thing. How you guys go about it? So if you guys are not on the same page when it comes to you know after relationship, when it comes to marriage or having a child, what you would do, how you would deal with that? Imagine that, and how you want things to go, and bring it here in the scripting. So you can be more specific, more intentional about your life transformations, like whether how much understanding they are, like how supportive they are of you, of your career, of your growth, of your health, like whether they care for you in the same way. Like you can go like that. I hope you understand. Guys, if you like tried therapy and did not find the right person, you can look for a better therapist, or you guys can explore meditation, because that's the alternate thing that is you know that is like very beneficial and transformational when it comes to changing your past or revisioning your past. Self hypnosis also works better. I have done so many self hypnosis sessions to make peace with the past. Like I did it with a professional. Yeah, they have they took a consultation about my issues, and they actually shared an audio of guiding my self hypnosis, and I listened to it over and over again to help with that. And also healthy habits, combine that with healthy habits and healthy exposure of to social media, that also helped. Little things, like you don't consume negative things or criticizing other. You're not participating in a conversation where someone is bad mouthing other people, like for no reason. Like some people bad mouth others for no real reason, just of pure jealousy, just out of pure jealousy. So you don't have to engage in that and participate, right? Yeah, just saving your energy and your focus on things that you want. I think that will help too. And have you guys heard of subliminals, rampages? You find all over the YouTube now. You can find that all over the YouTube. So many channels exist. Basically, subliminals or affirmations that is, recorded in a very low voice, and they mask it with music or any kind of frequency music or any kind of beats. Okay, so you don't consciously hear them, your subconscious hear it. So basically it will be like someone is whispering into your ears. You don't hear the words very clearly, but your subconscious mind will. So subliminals also work with, changing your old beliefs or limiting beliefs. Yeah. And you can do that. Subliminals can be listened listened to just like robotic affirmations. You can do it while you are doing any passive, work, household chores. You can passively listen to it while you are exercising or stretching, yeah, cleaning. And rampages are basically high energy affirmations that is being spoken in a very confident and empowered tone. So they are like, I am confident. I am. So you bring that energy and emotion in the affirmations itself while you're saying it. So those are rampages, okay? Subliminals are very low tone, low voice, and they work in the background. And rampages, they are like very high energy affirmations, works best for, facing an interview, test, any kind of new situations like auditions, any kind of speeches that you're going to give. You can listen to rampages, that will work best. So there are lots of things that you can explore when it comes to affirmations and how it is being said. So I just wanted to, talk about robotic affirmations before you guys ask me any other questions. So robotic affirmations, what I did is, basically I will tell my process. Okay, I selected a goal, and that is my most resistant goal. Like I have so much resistance towards it. When I think about it, or my old self was preventing me, like old beliefs was so strong that I struggled to manifest it. That only thing in my life. So that is the only struggle that I faced when it comes to manifestation and the delay. All of that happened with that goal, okay? And I chose that most resistant goal, and I framed two affirmations basically related to it. And I was very specific about what I want in that affirmation, and recorded it and put it in loop, convert it into loop online, and then just listen to it regularly before going to bed and after I get you know get up from my sleep. So these are the two times that I did consistently. But other times, depending on the day, depending on the free time I was having, I listened to it. Okay. And for the first couple of days, I stick to the number. Like I listened to it 108 times and 1,000 times in one day because I did not have any work. I did nothing that day. So I listened to 1,000 times one day. And on other days, I was very busy. So I was listening to it whenever I had time. So I did not focus on the numbers. Then it became more about the focus on saturating my subconscious mind. So I wasn't focused on the numbers then. Um, then started I slowly started seeing the resistance coming up. When I, even though I was affirming passively, I felt the resistance, but I was still listening to it on repeat whenever I had time. I still persisted. Okay, I was seeing the results in, like, I noticed the signs even in seventh day. I think I started noticing signs in eighth day. From eighth day I was noticing signs and synchronicities coming up regarding the goal I was manifesting. So you just have to keep going, I guess. Even though you have the resistance, you have the doubts, worries, or any kind of limiting logical questions that come up in your mind, you still have to listen to it and trust in the method. Like, be open. Let's see what happens. That's the kind of mindset that you should have. And do not just obsessively look for the outcomes. Just trust in the universe so much that you stop chasing. That's the thing you need to do. It will be attracted to you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do any action towards your goal. You have to take the steps towards whatever you want, but still believe in it. Don't be obsessive or desperate for that. Just believe that it will happen and take the step, necessary step that has to be taken, right? And yeah, that's how I manifested in 14 days. Like, I was noticing all of these subtle changes that is happening, and it was very different sharing it with all of you, since I do all of these in journaling. And it was nice to update you every single day and talk about my experience, these mindset shifts that I was noticing, and all that. And actually, I wrote down what I should talk about, okay? Because I tend to get sidetracked sometimes. So yeah, this was the question that one of the I think one comment, I got one comment saying that they were practicing robotic affirmations, but they feel like they're forcing the thing to happen. And that's because we are already having these assumptions towards this thing. And it's just a misunderstanding. It's not about forcing ourselves or thinking it's fake or mindless. It's just mental conditioning. You're just conditioning yourself to the same thing over and over again till your subconscious mind thinks that it's easy to, it thinks that it's familiar. Okay, it's a part of your being already. So that's the thing that we are doing with robotic affirmations basically. And one more thing is, while we are doing, like, recording our voice in our phone or any other device, just make sure that you are recording your affirmations in a neutral tone, not high energy tone, not low energy tone. Low energy tone as in you're being desperate or very anxious in your tone, do not do that. And high energy tone, and what do I mean by high energy is being excited and happy, do not do that. Just do it in the casual neutral tone, like you are talking, talking to your friend, or just saying a number to your friend. That's how casual you should record it, okay? And tone matters too, okay? And yeah, because this, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of science, because our brain loves pattern. When we do something over and over again, it becomes habitual. So your brain thinks it's, your brain believes it. You don't even have to try. Okay, so that's the science about repetition. It's constant. When you repeat it over and over again, it's rewiring new thoughts, new thought patterns. So you think differently, you act differently, you behave differently. So that's the power of repetition. Okay, even without emotions, visualization, or belief. So you just have to be open enough to try. That's the thing. And do not put the, do not look for the immediate gratification. Do not put any timeline. Just keep practicing, it will show up. And also, I wanted to talk about, yeah, and what are the issues or the focus, the intentions that you can use robotic affirmations for. Basically, what are the conditions that is best suitable for robotic affirmations? I was exploring all of that before starting, and I think we can use robotic affirmations for our new identity, like identity shift, and it's best for that. And also self concept, basically how we think about ourselves and how we feel about our abilities. So we can affirm using robotic affirmations, focusing on these concepts. And and also you can affirm in past tense if it feels natural. I have made a shorts video, you can check that out. I always encourage people to start from present tense, because when we are already being resistant, when we affirm in past tense, our mind is going to resist again. So, in order to first make our mind, make our mind open, like receptive, we have to first open to the idea of this thing that we are manifesting. So it's possible. The law of possibility is created with this kind of present tense affirmation. Okay. When it feels like you have started to accept, your brain is starting to accept and it's affirming on its own, then means you can shift to the past tense. You can affirm in past tense also, like you already have it. You already have the thing that you're manifesting. You can act and affirm in that tense also, if it feels natural, and if it feels like it's helping you, if it's relaxing you, you can shift to past tense. Sometimes it can backfire also. For some people, if they immediately start with past tense, affirming in past tense, they tend to get anxious and always looking for results. So they get frustrated when they don't see the result. So that also happens. You just do what's right for you and stick to the practice. I usually start from present tense, and when I start to believe my mind is getting saturated, or my thoughts, old thoughts and limiting beliefs have started to disappear, then I go to the past thing, because it's easier to believe now and I will embody it easily. So, this is how I use, but do what works for you personally. Okay, this is for guidance. And yeah, and also how to know it's not working, your robotic affirmations is not working. That means you get frustrated again, you feel anxious after affirming. That means it's not working for you and you need to relax, or maybe it's not the right method for you. You just have to do your affirmations with energy, with your emotions, with visualization then. So, yeah. And also, sometimes we constantly check for the external things, right? External outcomes. That also means you are anxious. Not anxious doesn't mean we are just, stressed and, looking for the next best thing. We are also anxious when we look for the results immediately and get frustrated over it. So that also means you are anxious. You just have to do some relaxing activity and then practice it. That will also help. And if it's still not helping, then that method is not for you. Robotic affirming is not for you. Yeah. And yeah, and also I wanted to talk about the different videos that I'm going to, post in the coming weeks. So, any questions that you have, guys? I think I have manifested. Okay, I think I left one question. How can we manifest in a time crunch? This brings so much fear and desperation towards our desires. Yeah, that is also there. So that's why you start small. That's why I said start small. You don't focus on the numbers that you are affirming while getting up. Like when you go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier, you will have time. Believe me, you will have time. And when you wake up at least 10 minutes earlier, take that 10 minutes to focus on your affirmations. That's how you know adjust your time, manage your time. I think it all comes to the routine. So you just have to manage time in a way so that you don't feel anxious while you're affirming. So that's the thing, I guess. We have to have some kind of, suppose you need more than 10 minutes, like you want some liberty when it comes to affirmations. Sometimes you practice visualization also. So you need at least 30 minutes. Then just wake up or sleep early in a way that 30 minutes is available for you. So you don't have to think about not having time. So I think the best trick is to wake up and sleep early. Do anything. The other will happen automatically. You just have to dedicate more time, maybe. You don't, maybe if you feel like it's putting you under stress, then you have to dedicate more time to practice it. And the only way to make more time is by waking up early or going to sleep early. Trust me, guys, when I say this, because I was someone very, I don't like routine at all, to be honest. And I am someone who loves spontaneity. Like, I love to do things, uh, whatever that comes to my mind, I'm just going to do this thing at that time only. So I kind of operated like that. But because of my job and everything, I started changing the ways that I do things. And sometimes I embrace that spontaneity, but sometimes, you just have to bring your mind to a discipline, to follow a discipline. We just have to dedicate some time. There is no harm in following a routine. Like, you just have to dedicate yourself to, dedicate more time to affirm, so you don't have anxiety while affirming. Just like you dedicate time to work out, yeah, do it. Okay, so in the upcoming weeks, I'm planning to make videos on visualization, vision board, and also about self love. You guys asked for self love videos, and what else can I add? I was thinking uh, I was thinking about yoga nidra videos, like meditation videos, but we will see. Maybe weekly once I will do that. And also, I wanted to make Reiki workshops. So I will let you guys know once I start it. Okay, first we will focus on visualization, vision board, and how to visualize and all of that. Okay, and also self love and how to, you know, develop a habit and stick to it. And also, hopefully, how to wake up and, wake up early and also sleep early, and the benefits of it. It's more than health. It's more than about health, guys. It's also very good for your brain, let me tell you. And waking up during Brahma Muhurta hours has changed my mental hygiene also. Like, whatever I do in that period, it's just so effective. It makes my entire day productive. I'm so alert and very calm and very collected, just in this very good mood. It just sets the day, guys. And also it's the best time to visualize, create your life on purpose. So that's why I swear on that. Whatever, you can meditate, you can write one or times, you can visualize your dream, you can pray, you can chant a mantra, whatever it is that you do for manifestation, do it during that time. Overall, your mind is so in a very good health, very good space when you do that. And automatically you will be also adapting early sleep hours because you want to wake up early, right? So yeah, it is also very good for your health, physical health also. Do you do you guys want any more videos that is focused on a particular thing, like combining self love or affirmations? What a mental diet that you need? So I forgot to talk about the mental diet, so I will talk about that and maybe probably close this live. So the mental diet I obviously focused on is just noticing my old beliefs, acknowledging it, and just reframing or redirecting that old belief. That's what I did. And someone asked, if you robotically affirm, do you not get bored listening to the same thing again and again? I said I did not get bored because this means a lot to me. This goal means a lot to me. But there is also another reason I did not mind the boredom. Yeah, I felt bored a little, but that wasn't my dominant feeling, because boredom is something means that your brain is reprogramming. So when you are doing something over and over again, it means your subconscious mind is reprogramming. So it's a good sign if you feel bored a little. So it's not a harmful thing. So I just want to affirm that. Yeah. So I have actually made a video on scripting, okay, and I can go into the steps about how to do scripting in a separate video. Maybe I will do that, okay. And so many people are the live I did last time. So many people asked about scripting tool and how to go about it. Yeah. I will do that in the next live. Sorry, in the videos that I'm going to upload in the upcoming days. So I think the questions I have answered all the questions. And thanks guys for showing up and asking questions. I hope I am clear. Yes. Okay. And yeah. See you all probably in the next week or in the upcoming weekends. We will have this thing regularly. So you guys can have your doubts cleared and questions answered. And if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask. I'm about to close it in 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, I think the questions are answered. And also, guys, and check out my course if you're interested in making vision board manifestation. And yeah, that's all the thing I have to say today. See you all in another live. Have a good Sunday. Bye.